Hi, it's Liz here, and we're back today in the new time slot of Sunday afternoon with the 15-minute drawing, Learn How to Draw Colour and Shade by Jessica Smith. And we are at project 25, which is a snake. And this looks like it might be quite straightforward, but we have said that many times before. And it hasn't worked out that way, but here, fingers crossed, hope for the best. So I'm just using this notebook that was a plain cover, and I covered it with some lovely scrapbook paper on the insides, and we are just working through the projects, and that was last week, project 24, a fish, and I think it worked out quite well, quite pleased with that. It was fairly straightforward. I just finish my page off with some stamping, and I add sometimes a little bit of washi, and yeah, that's coming along. Sometimes I add a little extra stamp if I've got something that I feel is appropriate. Yeah, okay. Let's start a nice new page for our snake. I've got my fine liner pen, my pencil, rubber, and a brush for colouring in. And yeah, okay. So let me just check that you are here with me. Yep. Okay, so snakes are fun to illustrate because you can really play around with colour and pattern. Remember, the snake doesn't need to look lifelike, so get creative with it. Sketch out the wiggly snake or trace the template on page 233. So we're just talking about a kind of S shape with a wee extra bit of an S. So let's see how we can do that. Right, that's not right. From one week to the next, I forget how we're organising our books. Okay, round, round, round. Let's do it quite big, I think. There. Now the thing is, are we going to do the second one in the way or out the way? I think we'll do it out the way. So just trying to kind of keep it equal without any bulges. And then it goes to a point like that. I've made this bit I've made smaller, and then this bit I've made bigger. But I don't think it matters at all with a snake. My snake's just lying a different way. Colour in the entire snake apart from the tail and the head. So we've not done stitch template. Right, okay. Colour in, fill in. So we need a head and we need a tail, and we've given it a wiggly tail. Something like that, although I think it's more scalloped and I've done a wiggle, doesn't matter. Okay, so colour in the entire snake. Let's see, what colour will we use? They've used a blue. I'm thinking I might quite like, let me see, shades of green maybe. Let's pick out some shades of green. So these are Kuretake Zig Clean Colour Real Brush pens. They're really good. You can get similar ones, but the Kuretake ones are really good. And this is like a plastic paper palette, which I just use to put down some of the colour. And then I've got some water here. Some water. Let me just put that there. In fact, I'm going to move the whole thing over a little bit so that my water doesn't need to sit there. Just checking that you can still see what I'm doing. Yeah. Right, this might be a little bit, it's a little bit too pale. That's better. So a nice green snake, why not? I hope you can't hear the chopping from the kitchen. Mr. Buttons for Brains is chopping some broccoli to have with the pasta tonight. We're having chicken and mushroom pasta for Sunday dinner because it's very warm today here. Unusually, we're having a wee 2-day heat wave. And yeah, let's use this darker green for the face and the tail. They've gone paler, but I don't know. I think we'll try darker. It's not so much darker, I think, it's just a different shade, which is fine. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's move the water out the way for now. And fill in the tail and the head with a mint green. Right, add some lines across the body using a darker blue marker pen. Also add the tongue with a red coloured pencil and a small black dot for the eye. Include some scallop detail using coloured pencil near the tail and some stripes by the head to add more interest. Right, well, I am going to do all the extra bits just with my black pen. So we're going to give them an eye. Now, maybe the tongue should be red. Let's see what we've got here. Is this going to be fine? Now, mine's just pointing down a little bit. And then it just forks out. I've made it a wee bit long. But maybe, no, I think it's probably okay. Right, now we're just going to go over. And it says add some stripes. I'm just going to do them slightly curved. But yes, we went to the park this morning because it's too hot to go out in the afternoon. Right, I'm going to go round, in fact, the whole snake. We stayed in the shade and we stopped for a wee coffee outside the coffee shop in the shade, so it was nice. And Millie was lying on we take a bath mat with us because they're just easier to clean instead of a rug for her to lie on. So she was lying on her bath mat, and then along came the cutest little young corgi. Oh my goodness. A corgi that was, what was he? 4 months old. And lay on Millie's mat on its back with its belly. Just wanted a rub and a snuggle with Millie. It was the cutest thing. Right, so then we're going to do final details. Pop some green dots along some of the lines with a dark green coloured pencil, as well as a bright green on top of the head. For a final flourish, use a white pencil. Oops, right. So we're just going to do our own thing. They've got lines and dots and things. So let's see what we can do. I think I'm still just going to add some black and just double up and do like little dots. And then just some kind of randomly, I suppose, do some oh, this is quite fun actually. You could do any sort of pattern, couldn't you? Just double up the lines and then just do dots on some and scallops on some. Right, and then I think I'm just going to add a couple of lines that way. Right, so now it says, what was it, some shading. So I think we'll use, what was this dark green one, wasn't it? Let's add, now I'm going to have to be careful here because that pen isn't waterproof. So if we're going to add colour after doing, I've added a little bit too much water to that. If we're going to add this after we've done, we can't really touch the black because it will just run. But if we just, oh, there's a big bee trying to get in the window. It clonked itself. A lot of butterflies out just now. I don't know if it's the same where you are, but white butterflies with a little black dots, and they were swirling about, looked like they were having fun with each other. Just a little watery bit just to spread this little bit there. Right, well, I think I'm done. I'm happy with that. Yeah, let's see, let's tidy up. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. Wonder if we should give him a wee bit of a grassy background, but given that he's green, I don't want to just add more green. Have we done? We didn't give him a sky. And it's not like, well, he would be on the ground standing like that. He'll be like lying on the ground, so we would need to give him a whole little background. I'm inclined just to leave it today, not do a background. What do you think? Quite happy with that. Okay, that's us for today. That was nice and relaxing and an easy one. Oh, let's have a look. What's next week? Oh, a seal. He looks fun. He looks like he's up for a carry-on. Okay then, so that's us. Thanks for joining me. Oops, that was the book against the camera. Thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.